Hey guys, this is Saloni again, and we have come with another episode. And today we are going to talk about issues related to job. There are many people who are into jobs and they are very frustrated with their jobs, or they probably want to do something with their life and career, but they are not able to do so. So we have two guests with us. One is Alok and Jyoti, and we are going to talk with them, or they're not just being happy about their jobs. So we'll just talk about that in a while they join us. Just give me a minute. Hey Jyoti, how are
Hi,
you?
Saloni. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's great to have you on call.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
So Jyoti, yes, today we are going to talk about career jobs. So many people are actually facing all these issues. So we are going to address some of the concerns of people. I'm sure this is going to be a very helpful discussion for them who are
Yes.
struggling with that, including me also, I guess.
Okay, so we're just waiting for Alok to come in.
Yes, I'm just waiting for Alap to come and then we can just start. Let's just wait for 2 minutes if he's around. Okay, Jyoti. So tell me something about yourself. In the meanwhile, Alok joins us.
Yeah, sure. So, like I'll start from the very beginning. So, I am a lawyer by profession. I worked as an advocate in Calcutta High Court. After that, I just
Mm-hmm.
thought of something new. So, I relocated
Mm-hmm.
to Mumbai. I for 15 years in one of the top MNCs. There are a lot of organizations, awesome organizations in Mumbai where I already have
Mm-hmm.
worked. And off lately, like last year, when I thought of learning something new or developing myself as a different personality altogether, I just thought of resigning from my job. And here I am as an empowerment coach. So I have been practicing this coaching from last 3 years also. But when I thought that, whenever there is a monotonous life, that is something that I'm not very much used to. So whenever there is a
Mm-hmm.
of monotonity, I just
That
leave it.
I can understand, the shift from lawyer to coach. I can understand, right? And in the meanwhile, also, I guess you have done, things apart from law as well, right? Like the journey has not been just about law
Yes.
in your
So I
corporate life, right?
corporate as an I started as I think Alok is sending a message. Saloni, can you just send the invite once again?
Yeah, I'll send an invite. Just give me a minute. I have just sent him an invite again. Okay, I've just sent him an invite. Hopefully he joins now.
Okay. So I worked as an associate. I started 15 years back as an associate in this particular organization in Mumbai,
Mm-hmm.
and then I, progressing myself as a team coach, then as a team leader. Then when it was all about mortgage, when I thought that I have done a lot in hospitality industry and then in mortgage, then I thought of moving, switching my career to insurance field. And finally, I learned a lot from my superiors, my subordinates, and everyone. And when I thought that it is becoming a bit monotonous, that's when I decided to switch my journey to a different forum altogether.
Okay, thanks for telling us, Jyoti, about yourself. Let's go to Alok now. He has joined us. So, Alok, tell us something about yourself, and then we can just,
Yeah,
understand.
hi, both of you. Yeah, hi. I'm a teacher. I was working in the field of. I've worked in a lot of fields, corporate, and now I'm teaching. I have my own classes, and now I'm a life coach. So, mind transformation coach, and I also help teachers and working professionals to become coaches and earn at least more than what they're earning right now. So I help them increase their income, help them overcome their financial insecurities, help them yeah, be their true self to unleash their true potential. So that is what
That's
exactly I'm doing
great,
right now.
actually. I think this is going to be a very helpful conversations for a lot of people who I know are struggling with their jobs.
Yeah,
I meet in my day-to-day life so many people, and the very common thing which I heard is like, unfortunately, I'm into this field, like even when they're having a job, it's like, oh God, like what am I doing here? I want to switch. This is not working for me, but I have to pay for my expenses. So I'm just not loving the job, but doing it for the money, but probably I'm not even getting the money And even if I'm getting the money, I'm not satisfied with the job. So there are a lot of equations when it goes on that people are not satisfied with what they have. So let's just start with this dynamic. Like, what, first of all, I want to ask, like, is it necessary, that if you are not that much qualified to get a lot of degrees and just be there to grab a good job, which a dream job which people look for, or is it just about the mindset?
See, what, Jyoti, you want to go first?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Jyoti, you can just.
What I feel is qualification. Yeah, if you wanted, there's nothing as called as dream job, right? If you are getting Monday blues, if you are loathing getting up in the morning and going to work, most of the 90% of people they face the same thing, no matter what their qualification is, even if they've done from IIM or IIT, they face the same problem because they don't enjoy the work. And here in life coaching, here in and you don't need a qualification, you just need a certification, you just need to know, you just have to have the willing of helping people. And once you have that, every morning when you get up, you want to see, oh, today I'm going to do this. Today I'm going to transform someone's life. Today I'm going to, help someone. So that is something, in our profession that we enjoy. But yeah, a lot of people feel that, if I would have been, done MBA from IIM, I would have a better life. If I was an IITian, I would have a better life. But then it's
Yeah,
all
that is actually, I keep on hearing a lot, Jyoti, I want to also understand that. See, in the corporate world, is it very necessary to just have a very fancy degrees and just get into it? Or is it just about the mindset? Like, coaching is something definitely that comes from heart. You don't need a degree, but it's just a will to create that value and empower people. But usually corporates do not work that way always,
Correct.
most of them. So
Yes,
how to drive there? Yeah.
I would like to add, having said that, I am a lawyer by profession, and many people die out there to get that particular degree of, spending their life for 5 years and getting that degree, and then to, after they have fulfilled their dreams of talking or, conversing in the top organizations, that's Calcutta High Court. I have done,
Calcutta
and
High Court, yes, I know that you have been working there.
you should have the zeal to learn something, to grow your mindset, to get expertise in, whatever areas that fascinate you. So that's where I'm coming from. Even I was in a very fancy, highly paid job, and everything was very good. As I told you, my managers, my subordinates, everyone was very good. Just that whenever I see there should be some learning opportunity at each and every phase of your life. So it's not only about the degrees, it's about your expertise and your skills that you need to develop. And that has to be a consistent journey. It cannot be you are, I have experienced people in my industry wherein they are stuck in this particular job only because they have to pay EMIs. That should not be the ultimate goal, right? You need to grow yourself in a situation wherein the EMI should not be a foundation for your growth.
True. On that note, I would like to ask Alok. So here is what I also feel that, people, they try a lot and then finally when they get, what they're really looking for. I know people who have, invested years of their expertise, skills and everything to get into a dream company they want to work for. And when they finally get it, 1 or 2 months is quite good, like it's like kind of the honeymoon period in an organization, which you can say. And after 2 months, the complaint again starts. So how to actually break that thing? People think that if they reach somewhere, they're going to be happy and suddenly they're not happy. So what is that we can do to actually have that consistency that even if it is not working the way you are looking for, you still have that mindset that things are fine, you still are happy about things when you are getting it. So where is it lacking? What is that is we are not aware of, or what is that is lacking? That people are unhappy wherever they are going, even after getting what they want, even if they are not getting what they want, like somehow still they are unhappy.
Yeah. After lining that dream job that people say, this is my dream job, this is exactly what I aspired for, this is the kind of company I was looking for, this is the kind of package I was looking for. After the honeymoon period is over, the training and whatever is over, then the pressure, deadlines, working even on weekends, things, they start creeping. And then we stop, working towards our passion, what we actually enjoy. So what people can do is they can, still follow their passion in their free time, in their leisure time, whatever they enjoy, right? It could be teaching, it could be helping someone, it could be joining an NGO, anything that helps, that they always wanted to. They can do it as a pastime. They can do it in their leisure time, maybe 2 hours in a week, 3 hours in a week. And once they know that they can make a future in, that they're enjoying this, they can actually start earning from that, and they can quit their job and they can do actually what gives them what we call job satisfaction. Because what happens,
Okay.
people are not satisfied in their jobs. They're not. They always say that job satisfaction is not. Job satisfaction nahi
I
hai.
think job satisfaction is a myth because
Yeah, it's
once
a
you are
myth.
satisfied, you still will want something else,
Yeah.
right? And once you are satisfied there, you will want something else. In that case, why just wait for the weekends? What can we do so that even during the weekdays when they're doing the job, they are satisfied from within? We cannot just wait for the weekend to live a life, right? Like we cannot wait for
Hmm.
weekends. Why cannot we be happy in the way we are, whatever pressure or whatever job we are in? So what's that particular thing that could be done? As a perspective of a coach, how or what you can, how do you actually kind of manage with your clients that they are happy of doing what they are doing? What are the thoughts that has to be
Take out,
created in their mind?
yeah, take out half an hour every day. Do whatever gives you happiness. Maybe go for a drive. Maybe go have cold coffee. Maybe go out meet your friends. Take out some time for yourself. That we call buzz
That
moments.
that is very
Give yourself
important
happiness. Do
actually.
something. Yeah, that is something that we have to do it. We have to make a schedule that after work, half an hour, 1 hour, I'll devote it to myself. I'll do something that gives me happiness. And if you
So
start doing
basically, it's
that,
doing a
then
job for someone else. So after that, you have to give that job to yourself for at least 1 hour, right?
yeah. Start even 1 hour if you think it's too much for you, too tired. Take out 15 minutes for yourself, half an hour for yourself. Start doing it. But start doing it. It's very important. If you don't do it, you will just think about it that today, tomorrow I'll do it. Then it's not going to happen. Take out some time. Do it for yourself. And then you'll see
Right.
a change in your thought process, in your energy levels, in your the way you think, the way you behave. Everything will change because you're enjoying. You're doing something to enjoy. That is very important.
Enjoy. That's important that you should do something to definitely enjoy. Jyoti, you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, definitely. I love this topic. So, I personally, always I ask myself, there has to be discomfort in your comfort zone. So even if you are comfortable with your current job, you should always aspire to learn something new, to develop your skills. So something or the other, it's not, we are not suggesting to leave your job, right? Whatever,
Yes.
whatever pays your bill, continue doing that. But at the same time, get into a habit of learning some or the other skills on a daily basis. So I'll just give you an example. There was a guy, and we happened to have a meeting regarding his personality and what exactly you want to do. So he told me exactly the same thing. Had I had the guts to leave my job at the age of 35, I would have done wonders. But guess what? At the age of 55 right now, what he decided is he will continue doing what he is doing. At the same time, he
Mhm.
got sources of income, as I also suggested, that you can definitely have income from your skills, from your knowledge, from whatever you are learning. So that should be the ultimate priority.
I think that's very important because most of the people fear that if they leave a job because they have responsibilities, right? Everything we cannot just go and jump on the wagon and say that, okay, I want to do this. Ultimately, the bills has to be paid. The bills should not be the basis of your life. They
Correct.
should be the byproduct. It should be something you should be enjoying, doing side by side as well, right? So that's very important. And what drives them? I'll tell you of my experience that when I was doing a job and everyone used to come and crib, like this is not paying that much. What kind of a job is this and that and that and that? One thing I used to tell them, don't come and crib in my ears because this is something I love doing. And then suddenly someone came and told me, you know what, you are getting paid to do something which you are loving. I anyway love to talk, okay? And I was actually in a job where I just had to talk. And then I realized it is all about what you really want. It's not about the job. The way of expressing. I love to talk. I might not be talking in a talk show or into a speaker zone, but I was into a job where I had to talk, no doubt. So, and that was driving me. That was making me happy. But then after 3 years, with the same job, with the same thing which I used to love, I was not loving it anymore. Not because I was not getting a chance to do something which I'm loving, but the monotony of it. So it is all about what's driving you. So for me, if one of the field that drives me, that I'm loving talking, but I'm talking the same thing over and over again. So I need to talk, but I need to talk something different, you know. So it is all about you have to find ways where you can utilize what you love doing in different ways. That's what I found about, you know, how I have dealt with it. So anything else you want to add about it?
So,
Yeah.
as
Sorry,
Yeah,
Jyoti.
look, you can go.
monotony,
Yeah, Jyoti, Jyoti.
Okay.
biggest disease that you can have. Okay, so don't get into that monotonous, day in and day out. Try to sparkle your life by doing whatever in our language we call buzz moments, but whatever you love doing, get into that
Love
habit.
doing it.
Talking to your parents, going out for a ride, or just having crap to anyone. Whatever you love doing, just get into that habit. So that is
Yes.
I think
You
important.
know,
Yes,
you
Alok.
should always do one thing which discomforts you in a day. Now,
Correct.
in a day, I always ensure that there's one thing I do which makes me completely uncomfortable. And initially, I was really afraid of it, but then when I started doing it, I started enjoying that as well. And I understood, you know, what are the things which I was afraid of I can actually do, but I was not taking that step because I was really afraid of it.
And Saloni, I would like to add to what you said. What people say is you need to be discomfortable in your comfort zone. And
Yes.
there's a famous Hindi saying that we call "एक दिन में नहीं होगा, लेकिन एक दिन जरूर होगा." So if you continue pursuing what you want to do, definitely
Yes,
it will. No one can stop it.
definitely.
Right.
Alok, you want
And
to
I
add
like to
something to
add,
it?
yeah, I really agree with this that when we become adults, right, we stop looking for possibilities, right? If you ask a child what you want to become, a child will come up with very nice answers:
Amazing,
astronaut,
yes.
space scientist. They're not fearful of anything. They are open to possibilities. But as we grow old, our possibility starts shrinking, and we just then think about, okay, I'm good in
Actually, it's
science,
not
I'm
our
good in commerce.
possibilities which I feel shrinks. It is basically the possibilities are still there. It's our mindset, which is filled with, we hear a lot of negativity, like you cannot do it. You know, this is not which you can do. This thing doesn't pays you. This is something which will not take you ahead. I feel that the possibilities are still there. It's our mindset which kind of stops us because that is how we
Correct.
are wired growing up, right? The
Yeah.
negativities around us.
So
Yes.
we basically mentally retire. We accept the things the way things are. I remember I had
Correct.
a friend, he wanted to become a commercial pilot, but he was a commerce student. At the age of 30, he decided, I want to be a commercial pilot. He went, he did 11th and 12th with science through open examination, and he became a commercial pilot. He fulfilled his dream at the age of 30. So if you want something, you can always, go for it. It's just about, if you are mentally retired and accept the way it is, okay, Monday I have to get up, I have to go to the office, I have to work for a certain amount of hours, and after that also I have to take care of my family, kids. So we just limit ourselves, and then we stop thinking about any possibilities in our life, and we accept the way it is. Then we retire, then we have a saving, then we think about that's it. That's how life is. So it's all about always explore possibilities. What else you can do in your life? That's
Then
what
I
I think.
guess then the best journey is toward childhood. You know, I just go to a child and ask what do you want to do, and you'll get amazing possibilities which you might not even have imagined for
Yeah,
yourself.
then maybe pursue it. Maybe do it in some other way or something. It's always good to keep yourself happy through
Yes.
possibilities. Right.
Okay, that was a nice conversation with both of you. So next session we are going to take this ahead and we are going to take up more questions. So if anyone has any questions in our audience, they can just ask us and we would be happy if we could actually help them with some clarity on what they are going through. So if anyone has any questions, please do ask.
You can write in comments or you can DM us also.
Hmm. I guess
Always,
right now we do not
yeah.
have questions from our audience, but even if they have, they can just personally message us in our inbox. So please keep hooked to this, and we are coming with the next session with a different set of problems in the corporate world. And here this is Saloni, Jyoti, and Alok. And this is time to sign off. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.